there's something that's really bugging me, guys. Can we just talk about it real quick? Caitlyn, Bruce Jenner. What do you guys think about that he, she, or that man or woman?
I don't know too much about it. I've seen, you know, I've seen the attention it's getting. This is one thing that I'll say about the society we live in right now.
Is this a continuation of this?
No, this is
it's just a bonus. It's just something that's very topical, very current. So,
what I'll say about society right now is, it almost seems like we're trying too hard to be politically correct.
Yeah.
I think we are trying extremely too hard to act as if we accept everything. To the point where it's like
we don't want to hurt the other person's feelings.
Exactly. It's almost, I was telling you this morning. This is going to sound off the wall, but if a person is raised in a racist environment and they turn out to be racist, right? And let's say they're racist against someone like me, and they see me for the first time, and they are racist towards me, I should not act as if it is. I don't want them to act as if they accept me. I don't want them to act as if I am okay in their eyes. Be your true self. Now, it is a human responsibility to educate yourself, but be realistic about your perspective. I think society is trying way too hard to push certain things that we've seen as not the norm as the norm. But I'm not saying this specifically to Bruce Jenner or anything because I don't know too much about it. But I'll just say the attention I see things like this getting, the Michael Sams of the world, you know, certain things are just being pushed. It's almost like, okay, now somebody's lying.
Sorry, I don't know who's Michael Sam.
Michael Sam is the Rams, the NFL player.
He's not playing in the Canadian League.
Yeah, NFL football player, the first one in the game.
He's in Canada now?
Oh, because of his sexual orientation.
It's like, yeah, it's like, you know, I understand. I understand exactly, you know, people should be accepted for who they are. I get it. But there's almost like this agenda of making it seem like we're all, human beings are all perfect and we should all have the same perspective. No, we don't. Okay. It just, you know, it just is what it is.
Hey, what do you think?
I mean, I definitely agree with that because I have a friend who introduced me to another friend who's gay, and I've lived up north, Northern California, so I'm used to a lot of different types of people, a lot of LGBT. So it's not something new to me, but it's just one of those things like even though I've been around it so much. And I have no problems with it, I still feel like
it's still new.
It's still new to me, and I still feel like I'm forced to act like there's absolutely nothing wrong with it in my soul, in my like the way I view it. So like, I don't care about it at all. You know what I'm saying? So, and
I don't think the term is wrong. I just think it's like you're supposed to act as if, oh yeah, I've always, you know, no, it's new to me, so it's still strange. You know,
I'll even go this far. I'll give you guys a little anecdote. Please, let's just try to be appropriate, mature about this one.
Correct.
So I'm at a party, and a friend of mine, like everybody's a little tipsy, tries to kiss me. A dude tries to kiss me at a party, and I move like Matrix.
You sucker hit one.
I didn't hit him, but I moved like Matrix, and I never really addressed it to him, but I felt like it was just weird because I didn't know how to address it to him. Because it's disrespectful for you to do that to me.
I don't know how to address it to him.
But if I did that, you know what I'm saying, I look like a villain. Because I'm supposed to accept everybody for who they are.
Hell no.
That's my space.
Now you're violating my space.
Yeah, so that's
so I can back you up with this.
But that's the issue that's why I feel what he's saying, because that's just another thing, because it's something that
I did parallel it by saying if a kid is raised in a racist society and he turns out racist, he should not have to act as if he accepts me when he sees me for the first time.
That's who he is.
It is who he is. It is human. It makes you a better human, teaching yourself about, you know, different people.
Okay, can I one quick question? I'm so sorry. Because a lot of people allude this to race.
Yeah, which is
so if somebody were to watch this right now, be like, well, how can they say that? They're black. Don't they understand how, you know, it's a marginalized group, you know, that kind of thing. It's the same thing. I don't agree with that at all.
Same thing. Definitely. Okay, Pastor, go ahead.
Go ahead, y'all.
We'll come back to this. We're not,
okay, sorry.
Yeah.
If the Bible said that we should not judge anyone, But if hell have stages, if hell have stages, level 1 to 10, 10 being the
most
highest,
The hottest hell.
the hottest hell.
What happened?
Where do you think we are?
What's that person's name?
Bruce Jenner. Now Caitlyn Jenner.
What they are doing to the society of human beings, what they are doing to humanity, in the name of, I don't want to be politically correct, I don't give a damn of being trying to be politically correct, we will get them to that stage 10 of hell. Not that we will get them to hell, we will get them to the highest level of hell.
Okay, good. Well, my point is.
Why?
I'm sorry.
Why? Yeah, why?
They are confusing the shit out of young people. Out of children, and you know there's access to internet anyhow, so young kids are reading this. I'm sure there's some children out there that need psychological.
That's what I'm saying about
treatment.
Even his kids.
Yeah, because if you are a parent,
his kids.
Don't act like you don't feel some type of way.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are messing up humanity.
Good.
You know, and I'm not gonna sit down here. You never ate your money, don't want your money. But the deal is that what you're doing, one way or the other, you're gonna pay the price.
Wow. Well, definitely. Look, I wish this was a whole segment so we can really delve into it, but we're just touching it. My view about it, first of all, you were born a man. You claim that you've had female tendencies from childhood. You waited till you were in your 60s. He's 60-something, right? And he's now coming out. And this man, this is his words. He said he will be Caitlyn will be a much happier person after this issue of Vanity Fair drops on July 15th. I'm like, huh? What? You're a grown man, grown-ass man, and you waited this long to come out and say that you feel much better being a woman than a man.
Let me say this.
Yeah, I think you're confused, bro. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You're confused.
Okay.
There's no right or wrong.
Okay, hold on. Bruce Jenner, I think what is so confusing, or what I just don't like about this whole thing, I don't care if he wants to be called a female, or a man, or a dog, or a cat, I don't care. What I care the most about is what effect it has on the kids, on the children. How are they going to be addressing him or her now as mom, or she? Somebody you've called dad all your life.
I see that, but to kind of ask the question that you, off a statement that you made, you said, how come at this age now he's coming out?
Right.
Okay. What if? I think it's the same as somebody who finds their calling or finds themselves after quite a while, like somebody who was passionate about acting, maybe. You know, if they find themselves at that age, you know, is it the same thing? Because we also have to consider the generation he's coming from. Masculinity was, there was nothing other than masculinity. Like,
true.
You know.
True. Well, LD is not the same at all. They're not in the same category. If you tell me now, that somebody, he's been an athlete, you know, he was an athlete, he's been an athlete all his life, now he wants to do acting. That's the same thing you're comparing. Now you're comparing somebody who's been a man, a father figure, the head of household. All of a sudden, you want to be a mother figure. That sounds like, you know, it's confusing, especially to kids.
You know, if I'm God, like, I am God. You know what I'm saying? Where I have the power to do whatever I want to do. I will teach everybody this.
I mean, but doesn't that apply to almost everything that we're doing these days? I think.
I mean, because they have gone. You know how they say,
gone too far.
They've gone too far.
I think for me.
And the society accepted it.
Do you think we're in the golden calf, or what was it in the Bible?
In the Bible, I can only explain what I'm saying. I can only explain using the religion. That's the only point I can explain what's going on. That we are living in the end times.
Okay,
that's the only way I can explain.
This is my thing. Honestly,
I can only lose.
Let me be real with you. I could honestly care less about what he's doing. I look at all sins the same. Now, my only issue with this whole thing.
What is this doing? Sorry, is that a sin?
So what he's doing is a sin? Is what you're saying?
Well, people look at it as being.
It is a sin. Call it spade.
If it was a sin, I still look at it the same.
People should stop all this shit.
No, everybody should. I don't look at it as someone who has been not God to judge. You remember you said don't judge.
Exactly. Don't judge, but call a spade a spade. Say the truth.
What I
Because
say
if we're to tell somebody what he's doing is a sin, what are we doing?
If I'm a pastor, if I'm a Christian, and I believe in God, I believe in Jesus Christ, what he's doing is a sin. Please.
Okay.
You're close.
All right. You know what I'm gonna say, and you know why what he's doing is totally different from somebody who's gay coming out. It's different. If you're gay, you like, okay. Let's say you're a man and you like another man or another man's genital part. It's totally different from what Bruce is doing. This is a man changing or cutting off his genital part and changing it, re-engineering his body to become a female.
Okay,
I'm even confused. Was he born a man or a woman?
He's born a man. We know he's born a man. The thing, my
doesn't prove his gender is again.
Okay, but let me ask you this though. Let me ask this serious question. I've gone back to asking, is it that we human beings just know too much now? Do we have too much information? Do we have too much access to information?
That's not, nobody, bruh, I don't care what he does in his personal life. My only thing, I don't care what he does in personal life. I think is we all see everything now. So everything's like and not even just that. We're used to seeing something a certain way. It's weird because we haven't seen it that way. We're used to, you said it yourself. We're not used to, we grew up in an environment where a man is a man and a man looks a certain way. A woman looks a certain way. A man is somebody that has certain parts. It doesn't mean so. That's how we grew up, and that's what we know. Mm-hmm. And like you were trying to allude to, come somebody who's 60-something years old. Mm-hmm. If he felt this way 30, 40 years ago, that's beyond taboo. You know what I'm saying? Beyond taboo.
It was also again. I'm not defending the guy.
I'm not defending him at all.
I'm just trying to get different perspectives. I'm trying to give different perspectives. It was also taboo to marry outside of your race at one point. It was also taboo in our own culture.
I can get where you're coming from. There's a lot of things that was taboo.
Yeah.
But does it make his right?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
No. See, taboo is okay. And I think somebody brought this up earlier about comparing this to racism, right? This is totally different from racism. This is totally different from whatever taboo that is out there. This, to me, is confusion.
This, you want me to explain it to you?
It's confusion.
I'm going to explain it to you. For everybody who has read the Bible, this is the capital of Sodom and Gomorrah. This is the capital. What is going on now, what I'm saying is Sodom and Gomorrah. And you all know what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah.
Conclude on that?
Yes, that's my conclusion.
Okay. Again, I don't think, it's funny, the only reason why this is even a discussion is because it's a popular topic that a subscriber asked us to discuss. But true and all, there are more important things going on in life. My only thing is, the way things are marketed these days is becoming a little bit overwhelming. And the expectation of people's reaction to certain things is also a little bit unrealistic, basically.
I just don't want to. I think the society that we live in is going to start it will start confusing things. I think it's going to be weird. It will be weird because it's something we're not used to. We're not used to, men people who are men dressing up like women. If it becomes a thing that starts to trend, it's something that starts to happen more regularly. I see that being very weird. Yeah.
True. Okay, look, I work in the medical industry, okay, or medical business. And when a patient comes, you have to define what sex. Now, they have a category that says other, right?
Wow.
Male, it's male, female, other. Okay?
Which one is the other?
Other is like you don't know which one you are. You're a man that changes to a woman, or a woman that changes to a man. So. And
you could be intersexed or hermaphrodite or whatever.
True. Do you all fit into others, right? Okay, it's interesting because you said something about which bathroom do they use.
Oh yeah.
Look, even now, I have a daughter that's 4. When she wants to use the restroom in public places, sometimes I'm even, I question which one should I go to. And I've been always taking her to the men's bathroom, okay? And I feel not so comfortable because you see men doing things, and I don't want her to see all those kind of things, right? I try to cover her eyes and make sure we just go straight into the stall and come out quickly. But she has to wash her hands, and you know how men's bathroom is, okay? Now I tried using female bathroom in some places, and I've had some women come to the bathroom. They see me and they just run out. They see me, they'll go back and look at the door, and I'm like, no, I have a little girl that wants to come here. But my daughter sees this sign on the door and says, Papa, I want to go to this one. This one is for women. And I'm like, okay. So sometimes it's hard for me to even convince her to go with me.
Yeah, so she has a class. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is good. With Bruce Jenner, I really don't care what he chooses to do at 60-something years old. He's a grown man. If he chooses to cut off all his genitals and be fine. So if he chooses to stitch his butt so he doesn't poop anymore, fine. Do what you want to do, but don't expect me, to buy into that. Do it and do it for yourself, do it for your own. Don't expect me to support or admit it that it's okay. It's okay for you, keep it to yourself. I don't care what you choose to do. Now, your kids, I'm concerned about your kids, because if it's my daughter, what am I going to tell her now that, oh, Papa, I've been a man all this time, but honey, now I'm a female because I've had these tendencies in me. What are we training? How are we training our kids to respond to society or to function in society? I think we're confusing these young ones, and that's what I really have a problem with.
I know we've got a computer. Can I say something? Add something. My own problem with it is I actually have problem with the publicity that this kind of nonsense is.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the thing about society.
There's things that's affecting the society and that's affecting humanity that we all need to use that publicity.
I think that's the main problem
to solve. Instead of them to use to solve it, they're all, the news is all about these people that are living a life that I don't want my daughter to see.
If nobody paid,
do you understand what I'm saying?
There's a lot of, we are fortunate to be on a TV show or on our show to say our views. There's a lot of people that want to say something but can't say something because they're scared, one, or they want to sound politically correct, two. Number three, they don't like what's going on, but they will hide in some shadows and say, why are you guys pointing fingers? But deep down inside of you, you know.
Let me say this though, to kind of go off what you're saying. Would you agree if I said that because of all this politically correct stuff, society is actually confused?
Yeah, definitely.
We actually don't know.
Yes.
Yes.
And I think society is the one that enables people like this and may give them a lot of power. If Bruce Jenner chooses to be a female and nobody cared, nobody even looked or wanted to click on that link to watch or give him or like his whatever or support or comment and support. Do you know that thing would just die off like it means like nothing ever happened in the first place?
We are kings.
That's our kings.
You're gonna see House of Bruce?
House of Bruce? No.